Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Sims 4 LaBARKatory, where we are going to be mixing and matching all sorts of different animal genes to see what kind of curious crossbreeds we can create. Yes, I could use a round of applause for having done this enough times now that I think that we got through that tongue twister no problem, which is really good for me. Sometimes, as much as I love the alliteration, it does not love me back. But that being said, friends, I am so happy to have seen that you guys are loving the saber-tooth tiger! I am so excited to see how much love our saber-tooth has already gotten, especially as a saber wolf, which you guys really enjoyed. I am tickled and thrilled because that means that we are going to be having so much fun experimenting with all sorts of different saber-tooth genes. Because why not? When we have nigh infinite types of dogs and so many wonderful and quite interesting new animals that we can add in thanks to the amazing mods that Clinotron did indeed make. I mean, oh, I didn't even think about that, but how cool would it be to do a saber-tooth and a zebra? Okay, we definitely have to do that next time. But for now, we are going to go ahead and focus on my obsession with spots and dots. And also, actually, ironically, today we are going to be doing a LaBARKatory experiment using a dog that I saw when we were on our way to the park today. Yeah. A Dalmatian! So it's ironic because you guys know how much I love spots. I don't know why, I just love spotty animals. I think they're so playful and fun. And the only exception is actually this Dalmatian, who here we are going to be calling Sunrise. And actually, let me go ahead and get her a collar to match the Dalmatian that I saw on my lovely walk to the lovely park with my lovely husband today. All right, she has a collar that looks like this, almost exactly. And we're gonna nickname her Sunrise, but friends, Sunrise here is not very amused by life, and she's not amused to find herself here or herself, I should say, here in the LaBARKatory, where her genes are going to be tossed into a petri dish and mixed around with saber-tooth genes. I think that her owner happens to be one of you guys, so if you are a Dalmatian parent, then do let me know, because that would be so cool to find out how many Dalmatian lovers we have in the group. No dogs in my family at the moment, except for a very, very old Labrador that my sister is taking care of for our late uncle. And yeah, Gunner, which is such a Midwest like Labrador dog name. Oh my gosh. So maybe we'll see some lab mixes in the future. But for now, this Dalmatian right here, this extremely unamused Dalmatian who has an owner that seems to work for the LaBARKatory, this is one of the only dogs I happen to see in my real life anymore. Yes, we see a lot of dogs at the park, but there is only one pair of dogs who live close to me, and that is the highly unamused, highly do not pet me, highly don't even look at my beagle, Sunrise, whose name in real life isn't Sunrise, but to be honest, we've never gotten close enough to read the name tag. She's actually a really, really fussy Dalmatian who is totally chill with you and has like the most beautiful yard. She has a couple kids in her family that have to be like really happy because they have entire climbing gyms built. They have their own miniature fairy garden fenced off from the dogs. They have their own sand pit. They've got a little garden and raised beds. They've got a tree house. Like these kids have a like backyard paradise that has a low fence so you can see everything as you walk past to the park. And they also have two dogs, one of which is the unamused Sunrise, codename Sunrise, the Dalmatian, and the other of which is a teeny tiny beagle. And we always joke that it is the Dalmatian's beagle because she will just kind of like side-eye you and give you the aloofness that would make any cat envious as you walk past and completely ignore your existence unless you look at her beagle. If you look at her beagle, if you so much as glance in the direction of her sibling, I think it's also a girl because pink collars, even though, you know, the animals, I don't even think dogs can see pink. So really, you can put whatever color you wanted on your animals, guys. Trust me, they don't care. It's more for you than them. If you want to put a pink collar on like your big honkin' chonker, like pit bull boy, do it. It's cool. It's awesome. Like embrace the colors. Yeah, I used to work at a pet store, and it would drive me batty when people would be like, "But I can't put a blue collar on Stacy, my puppy, even though it would totally match." Like, embrace the colors, embrace the rainbow. And also, try not to raise very, very fussy Dalmatians if you can, because just to wrap up the story about Sunrise, that's the thing that we find so hilarious, is that there is a very cute, very sweet beagle who actually just never really looks at anybody. She's constantly sniffing, plenty to sniff on the ground, and we love that beagle. But you're not allowed to look at it. You can do anything else. You can look anywhere else. You can talk, you can make noise, you could walk by with another dog, doesn't matter. Sunrise won't make a sound. But if you so much as glance at her beagle, then she will go absolutely bonkers. And she will like rush up against the fence and bark nonstop. She doesn't care if you look at her. She doesn't care if you look at her kids. She doesn't care if you look at her food, or like her toys in the backyard. But you don't look at her beagle. So, I can only imagine that for, you know, purposes of science, we have gone ahead and collected that specific Dalmatians genes, because what better thing could you mix with a saber-toothed cat than the genes of a Dalmatian dog who clearly already has an aloof and slightly aggressive and very territorial, for like having at least a tiny little beagle sidekick. Sort of personality. So yeah, thank you for listening to my little story, friends. It was a bit of a ramble, but I'm kind of tired because we went on a huge walk today and we saw like some amazing pileated woodpecker babies that you will definitely be seeing some videos of on our little wildlife short soon. And I am going to try to do more of these LaBARKatory challenges where I take some of your guys' suggestions and I also occasionally mix them with whatever dog I saw at the park. Giving, you know, sometimes Sunrise, she actually might come back more often. Wow, I didn't think about that. But all right, animal story time, as much fun as it is, over. And let's go ahead and slap on our safety goggles and break out those petri dishes, because Midnight, the saber-toothed tiger, is ready to donate his genes into the petri dish mix from our Roots of Pacha series, where I cannot wait to go ahead and hopefully see if we run into any kind of, you know, big cat, just maybe, hint hint, nudge nudge, in the Roots of Pacha series soon. Just saying. You might want to keep an eye out. Just saying. But let's begin the science! So, I love spots. I love dots. What happens if you combined the spots and dots of... Yes, we already have dots right out of the gate! I will take this! Alright, you guys. This is fantastic. Are we going to end up with saber-tooth, like, Dalmatians? And upon reflection, I actually just realized that might give me nightmares. Because, you know, we do have a dog who's not super happy with me because I look at her beagle living close by. I don't need to dream of her, like, rushing us with saber-tooth fangs, but here we are. And ironically, this little one is actually going to be Knights after 5 nights at Flames. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and Knights, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of information about how saber-toothed tigers, the theory is, attacked mostly with their front legs and their teeth were used to finish the animal off. And that is what I've read as well, is that they kind of would try to maybe go for the jugular, or just trying to like really have those fangs be used sort of as a way to make an animal bleed out. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Lions still do the same thing today. I don't know if you're going to do that, little Knights the puppy, but we'll have to see if you grow up with fangs or not. For now, you have the aggressive thing down. Well, I actually think that's more from, you know, Sunrise the Dalmatian than the saber-tooth at this point. I'll have to let you guys know how she does tomorrow. She's usually pretty good when we go on our walks, as long as we don't look at her beagle. You're not allowed to look at the beagle. We have another one! Oh my gosh, we just might end up with some saber-tooth dowls. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and have Bailey. Bailey, welcome to our random genetics family. You are going to also... Okay, look, I'm telling you guys, you needed to know the backstory of Sunrise the Beagle, because it seems like her territorial genes are taking over. And now I actually want to crossbreed her with other animals. I feel like you guys need to embrace the living experience that I have in real life of living next to this beagle-obsessed Dalmatian. She's just a character now that I think about it. She really enhances, even though she's not that friendly of a dog. You know, she's never tried to attack anyone. She just doesn't want you to look at her beagle. She has indeed added to my life, and I hope that the story of her adds to your world as well. And why not build atop that story by having even more Dalmatian mixes? So be sure to leave your suggestions down below. And Bailey, like your suggestion for a dire wolf mix with a saber tooth. Ooh, so we just might have to bring back a wolf link. Just saying, since there happens to be a certain Zelda series coming out in a couple weeks now. Let's just say my husband's very excited. I may not see him the rest of the month of May. We'll have to see. All right, and then let's welcome in the next little... Hi! Okay, this actually might be really cute. I didn't think about this, but I would indeed love to go ahead and see that saber-tooth pattern on more. And this is going to be Mint Paw! Mint Paw, welcome! So you actually are not, for once, territorial out of this little litter, but you are indeed stubborn, you're loyal, and you're active. For some reason, I feel like the loyal comes more from the saber-tooth this time. There we go. And Mintpaw, you suggest a lion and cheetah, lion and cougar, lion and tiger, or moose and wolf, or elk and moose. I have good news. We've actually done a few of those mixes, but I'd be happy to do them again, because if you guys haven't seen our moose wolf, yeah, at least I think we've done a moose and a wolf. We absolutely have done. No, we did a moose and a Labrador. Wow. See, this is why I need all of you. How would I possibly be able to come up with some really amazing, like, crossbreeds that we could do with my Swiss cheese memory if it wasn't for all of you? It would take me a long time. Just saying. All right, I wrote the suggestions down, Mintpaw. Thank you very much. Let me go ahead and pull up the next name. And we're gonna go ahead and have... Dun, 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 dun. Oh, little Tiffany! Oh, you look really cute! Oh, you guys, I need to know, what's softer? Baby kittens or baby puppies? Like, which one is softer? Because I've never actually had to think about that question before. But looking at little Tiffany here, who is a smart, adventurous, independent little Salation, I suppose. Or I guess the Daltooth? Oh, Daltooth is so cool. Who is a smart, independent, adventurous Daltooth. I'm wondering if she's like really soft. Is she like tiny kitten soft? Or is she like more like, you know, the coarse fur on a Great Dane sort of soft, which is actually not very soft. And wow, it can be quite prickly, having raised Danes ourselves. Yeah, I would love to know, like, is a puppy softer? Is a kitten? Does it depend on the type? I have a lot of questions I have never thought about until I was here with all of you guys. And Tiffany, thank you so much for the suggestion of having a toothless and a unicorn. And yes, friends, in case you were wondering where the sudden suggestion of adding in Toothless the dragon came from, it is because, believe it or not, the amazing Helenotron did indeed... 1 second, Midnight. Oh, wow. Oh. Huh. Okay. Didn't know I was gonna... Okay. Okay, this is fine. This is totally fine. This is... Okay. Maybe fine's a strong word. Yeah. Well, if you would like to have more blurst suggestions, then yeah, Toothless and a unicorn. Why not? Toothless... Oh, you know what? I wonder what it would be like if we had Toothless and Spyro. Because we have had Spyro show up before. Gosh darn it, this is why I love hanging out with all of you. You guys just inspire me to come up with so many cool ideas. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to have another couple added to the litter. And then I kind of want to hurry off into our Roots of Pacha adventures and see if I can find myself anything close to a saber-tooth. So far, I have at least found a wolf puppy, just in case you guys needed a little update on that series. Look at you, tiny one. Oh my goodness. I love this coloring. I love that nose. I love those eyes. I love those soft spots. Oh, I wonder what you would look like with giant fangs, huh? Okay, so here we have a vocal, stubborn, jumpy puppy who is actually going to be named... 1 second. Aw, who's going to be named Valerie? Let's see, there we go. Actually, that's kind of a cute name to spell Valerie. All right, Valerie, and thank you so much for saying that you are enjoying our adventures over in Roots of Pacha. Haha, I was just talking about it. And that you are excited to see our wolf quest back. Yes, I promise. I can actually make this promise in good faith. By the end of the month, friends, if you are a wolf quest fan, you are indeed going to see Generation 7 of one of the wolf packs be born. Yeah, I can make that promise. I can. I'm totally not gonna break it. I totally am not. Like, I wouldn't lie to you. I totally wouldn't. I'm gonna do my best, okay? Oh, look at this little one. I don't think I've ever seen that little mouth on the Dalmatians before. Oh, and those ears. Oh, that's absolutely precious. Welcome, itty bitty. So this one right here is actually going to be yep, there we go. Not territorial, but we've got the aggressive thing down. Actually, I guess aggressive would cover territorial as well. So definitely takes after your mom there, I'd say. A territorial / aggressive glutton. Great, so we're like independent as well. So I think we're basically going to fight over food. I think you should probably live on your own, little. Let me go ahead and pick the next one. Little Alex! Welcome, Alex! And Alex, you ask, what kind of mods do we use for all of these amazing animals? We use Kalinotrons mods, also known as Kalino, because I mispronounced her name for many months. Sorry about that, Kalinotron. And you can find her amazing mods out there in the world. They are so fantastic, highly recommended, because like you just saw, you could have horrors like Toothless show up. But for now, let's go ahead and use such amazing mods to see whether or not we're going to have these little Daltooths, which is an awesome name, grow up with fangs or not. So Knights, you're up first, and then I shall roll the dice of destiny. Oh wait, Knights, I changed your gender. I didn't age you up. I'm just gonna stare into space for a second. That's fine. Maybe I shouldn't be driving the random genetics laboratory after I just spent like 3 to 4 hours laying on a forest floor next to my husband as we hid under a bunch of bushes and got video of pileated woodpeckers feeding their babies. Was it a life goal met? Yes. Am I still slightly chilled to the bone, even though it's supposed to be spring and warm? Yes. Is my throat still dead from all the pollen I inhaled while trying not to cough, while trying not to scare the birds? Yes. No more excuses. I'll do my best to go ahead and keep everything put together as we grow up Knights, who definitely took on some honk and chonker size from that Sabertooth, but who did not actually inherit those fangs. Good for us, because somebody's gonna have to take this aggressive little one home. And it's gonna be one of you lucky folks. Haha! Now we're going to have Bailey go ahead and grow up, and once again, okay, I think basically with this Dalmatian like mix with the Sabertooth, we're just ending up with like beefy, strong dog animals who thankfully don't have fangs at the moment. So but the Dice of Destiny said that both Knight and Bailey don't have the fangs, but what about little Mintpaw? Oh, Mintpaw! That's so cute! Oh, I just want to like ruffle her little ears. And I could, because she also doesn't have the fangs. And she is active, stubborn, and loyal. So this could be a little one that I might upload to the gallery in just a minute, and you guys could download and put into your games, which would be quite fun. But let's see how her sister Tiffany with the no tail and the teensy little face and the tiny little ears with the white tufts does. And Tiffany? Oh, Tiffany. Oh. Okay. So Tiffany, where all of your siblings ended up having, you know, the fluffier fur and the muscular body, you did not. This raises a lot of questions. If Sabertooths attack with their front legs, as we learned earlier, or attacked, I should say, what do you do when you have legs like tiny spindles? You know what, Tiffany? Don't worry. It didn't stop the, like, Tyrannosaurus Rex, so it shouldn't stop you. And so far, Tiffany is the only one. Oh, she still looks so cute. Tiffany is the only one to have inherited those fangs. That is awesome. All right, Valerie, you're up next. Valerie, you went with the honk and chonker look as well. And you also did not inherit the fangs. So I kind of feel like there's going to be just this pack of Dalwolfs, sort of like, or excuse me, no, Daltooths. There we go. Wow, have we done Dalmatians and wolves yet? I really need to put spots on everything, don't I? All right, keep going, Seri, keep going, focus. But yes, so Valerie, you are also one of our big old muscular chunkin' puppers, and I'm quite excited to go ahead and say that thankfully you too are not going to have fangs. Huh. All right, Alex, you're the last one up and the only one with that very unique pet. I love your fluff! This is what it's all about, friends. You never know what the random genes are going to throw at you. And I am so happy to say that we do indeed have a fanged Dalmatian. I'll just have to see if this is going to be, you know, a thing of good or bad dreams. Or maybe a little bit of both. Oh, that was really satisfying. I'm never going to be able to look at Codename Sunrise the Dalmatian again. And one day maybe I will learn her real name, but it's not going to be if I look at her beagle, because then she's just going to be barking at me nonstop. But alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. Apologies for the ramble. Like I said, my husband Chips and I just spent 4 hours laying on our stomachs in the forest. It was very exciting to watch the pileated woodpecker feed its babies. It was so cool. I can't wait to show the videos to you guys. So, for now, yes, who would like to go ahead and adopt one of these little ones? I'll go ahead and try to, like, toss it into my gallery. In fact, we could even do that. Let's see, Daltooths. Number 1. Daltooths. Experiment 1. There. Because, why not? And you guys could go ahead and find it. And okay, fine. There we go. All right. Into my library. All right, we're almost there. Under Blissey_leaves, which happens to be my EA sort of Sims profile. So you can go over there, you could find yourself a Dalwolf, and you could add it right into your own happy family. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you could, do please leave a like for future very suspicious Dalmatian crossbreeds. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, then do please consider subscribing. Oh, I really love this look. But most importantly, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.